Finally, Bitcoin is on the move, but where the heck is it headed? We're already up 11% in the last 24 hours. Was that the bottom? Let's figure out in this video where the heck we are headed with price predictions. I'm going to give you 3 bullish cases for Bitcoin, and then at the end, I'm going to give you one potentially bearish indicator to look out for. First of all, let's look at this Bitcoin chart. I have 3 bullish cases as discussed, and I want to dive right into those. First of all, since November 10th, as you can see, let's scroll in, date down here at the bottom, November 10th, we started this downward slope, and it has been in this trend line, this trend area for months and months and months, and we have not broken it. Now, as you can see, if we zoom in here on this chart, daily chart for Bitcoin, we look like we are about to close and confirm a close in about 4 hours outside of this trend line, above this trend line. So are we potentially breaking this trend line, and where the heck are we going if we are going to break this trend line? Okay, we still have 4 hours, so don't jump the gun. We want to wait for a closed confirmation above this trend line before making any moves. But let me go ahead and show you one more bullish case for Bitcoin right now. Now, what else is making me feel good about Bitcoin in these charts? Okay, if you can't see any positive potential in these charts, you must be freaking blind, guys, because check this out. We have the downward sloping line. Even yesterday, I was looking at an hourly chart. I want to dive in. We can go a little bit deep into this hourly chart here. And for those of you that don't know, I do like Market Cipher. Market Cipher is like the greatest trading tool. And if you don't have it in your backpack, then you're missing out. But that's a different story. For those of you who don't understand or know Market Cipher, all these colors, it looks confusing. All you need to look at is this money flow. We're going to talk about this, how important this is, how it can make you a whole lot of money when you're trading with Market Cipher. So, by the way, guys, if you like this content, go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm giving away a helium rig. It's sitting right there. You're going to be able to be eligible for a free helium rig. All we have to do is get this channel up to 500 subscribers. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, get it up to 500 subscribers. Anybody that comments on my videos up until the end of the month, end of February, is going to be eligible, but you have to be a subscriber and you have to comment on my videos. You can comment, subscribe, and by the end of the month, if we're at 500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving you guys one free helium rig. Also, we have a free Discord, and if you are in the free Discord, you will be getting free tips and tricks, price predictions just like this. Last night I saw this move and I knew that Bitcoin was going to pump, okay? So held on to my Bitcoin bag, and now I've made a couple $1,000s on that trade. So all you have to do is look for a couple things with Market Cipher. Money flow, okay? So as you can see, as money starts coming out this red slope down, money in price action moves out of the asset. As money comes up in the green, you can see that price action moves up into the green. Okay, so we're looking for these money flows, and we're looking at these momentum waves. As you can see, we have what are called these anchor waves. Okay, so these are snake eyes, basically saying eyes on, something could be happening. And then you have these momentum waves moving up, with green moving up and up and up alongside the money flow, along with everything else, including the VWAP. And all these indicators are saying the same thing. And this is how we knew there was going to be a pump. And you will too by joining the free Discord. So get in there. It's absolutely free. And I'm going to be giving you all the tips and tricks, everything that we're doing. We're all here to just make each other money. And that's what it's all about. So go ahead and join. What I want to do right now is go ahead and look at the history to see if we can predict the future of Bitcoin. So let's go back and look at the daily chart. You know, that was a really nice move we caught on the hourly chart yesterday, and there's going to be plenty more, so come join us. But let's look at this daily chart now, guys. And what I want to do is I want to look at the history of Bitcoin to potentially predict the future. And what I mean by that is, again, that when money is flowing out of an asset, when this red is sloping down, as you can see, it's coming down. You can see that the asset is also coming down, okay? Now, when green, right, money is flowing into the asset is going up. So what we can do is we can look at these money flows to try to predict and see when we could potentially be coming back up. So let's go ahead and time this out. I want to look at the date range from the start of the money flow negative to where we are now, Okay, this is a 61-day time frame. All right. Now, what I want to also do is look at a few more to get an average, an idea of what has happened in the past. As we can see, this previous money flow, this negative downward move, look at that. Woof. Huge down move. That was 86 days. Okay, we're looking at a daily chart. So 86 days for this money flow to get from green to green. All right, now let's go one more down here. I'm not going to look at this one. There was a nice downward move with that money flow coming down. As you can see, that candle there, let's zoom in. It was a significant move actually, from 7,000, 8,000 down to 4,000. 50% move on this small little candle, this small little red money flow dip. Okay, let's look at this area right here. Boom. Boom. As you can see, I'm just taking it from the start of the red money flow to the end of the red money flow using Market Cipher, and we can see 146 days. All right, so that's 146 bars. We can take one final move from money flow to money flow, and you can do this all day, guys, and you can see the power just in the money flow. I mean, all these colors and all these things going on can be confusing. I get that, but just looking at the money flow, you can make a lot of money using this tool. Okay, but let's take an average of these time frames now. 61 days. This is the first set here, this money flow here. We have 86 days, we have 146 days, and we have 109 days. Okay, that's the average. We're going to divide that by 4. And we are looking at about 100 days from money flow to money flow crossover. Okay, so looking at where we are in this cycle, it looks like it could be around the time that we start curving up. Because as you can see, money started coming out of the asset up here. Okay, we were at 68,500, but we slowly continue downward when we make the crossover all the way down at 48,000. Okay, so just because money flow crosses here doesn't mean that money is not already flowing out of the asset ahead of that time. And it's the same idea here, right? On the way down, just because we are still in the red money flow doesn't mean money is not flowing back into the asset. And that's what this curling up tends to signal. Okay, we are curling up, which means money is now starting to flow back in. We're looking at 100 days for the money flow crossover. We're at 61 days, and it looks to me like we're moving up as far as money flow and the momentum potentially moving up with the RSIs and also the VWAP. Everything seems to be moving up, and this is why I took that trade at about 35,500, and I've been holding that trade ever since, because I'm seeing what we are seeing here on the chart. So now what I want to do is get into the price prediction, where we could be headed and where we might hit some resistance if we do break out, in fact, of this downward sloping trend line. I want to go ahead and pull out the 4-hour chart and pull back a little bit on that chart so we can see what's going on. Let's add our support and resistance levels. We have some levels here that we want to look out for. First of all, we have a weekly level, which is a significant resistance at about 43,000. Okay, so if we do confirm this breakout on the daily on this trend line, waiting for that daily break, right, in about 4 hours. If this does confirm, then what we're looking for on the 4-hour chart is potential resistance up here at this $43,000 level. So keep an eye out for that. Now, I told you that there is a 3 bullish cases and a bearish case. Let's dive into the potentially bearish case right now. We're looking at the 4-hour chart. Now, what I want to do is look at divergences, because one of the most powerful ways to use Market Cipher is to look at divergences. Okay, so as we can see, we have these red dots, okay, red dots, and we have price action. So price action, as you can see here, let's go ahead and draw a trend line from this red line, this red dot to here, okay? So from this red dot to this red dot, what we can see is price action is moving up, definitely, okay? So we moved up, and we had a divergence. We had the momentum showing us down. Okay, this is moving down while price action's moving up. And what happened? We had a dump. Okay, we had a dump. This was a small dump, but this all adds up. We can go ahead and look at basically 2 days, and you got a 6% dump, actually more. Okay, so 6% from that divergence right there. and you did it in 2 days. So that's one divergence. I think divergences, again, are some of the most powerful stuff, and we can look at those, just in the past. If we find a major dump area, look at this. Okay, so we have price action moving up here from this red dot to this red dot. Okay, and then we have momentum moving down. Well, got to draw it from the same area, so right there. Momentum down, price action up, crash. Look at this. We had red, we had price action move up, momentum moving down, huge crash, okay? So what I want to look out for right now, guys, is a potential crash, which is a potential bearish divergence on the 4 hour, okay? Now, what I'm talking about is this right here. If we have momentum come like this, printing a red dot right here, and then all of a sudden we notice we have a divergence coming right here, right? With price action moving up and then the momentum moving down with the red dot right around this area, right? So this would be a bearish divergence, something to look out for. As I just showed you guys on multiple occasions, these bearish divergences play out, and they play out tremendously well. So this could be something to look out for. Not saying it's going to be a fake out move here, but it could be, and we need to look out for that, okay? So if we see market Cipher doing something like this and printing a red dot and also making higher highs in the price action, we want to look out for a dump. I'm going to be looking at this 43K level. If we do get that confirmed breakout from the downward sloping trend, that is going to be where I'm looking. 42 to 43 is about the level. And then further past the 43K level, if we do end up breaking that with solid volume, then what we could see is a major resistance here at this about 46,800 level. There is other resistances with these fibs, but the major resistance I'm seeing here is at 46,800. So these are the levels that we're looking out for, guys, and hopefully we can get there. I hope you enjoyed the content. I want you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel to be eligible. Leave a comment down below to get that helium rig, and if you like the content, leave me a like down below and get this content out to more people. All right, I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video.